Good morning or good day, my beautiful soul family. I'm just sitting at the park feeling this breeze. It is just fabulous. And a moment ago, there wasn't a breeze. I'm sitting there before I turned on the record button. Well, what am I going to talk about today? And all of a sudden, the breeze started. And it felt like it just kind of cleared away any of that mental stuff, me being in my head instead of just flowing. Kind of like the wind blows. Let the wind take you. I just heard. So here we go. Yeah, let the wind take this. And there's some, I'm not going to say concerning, but yeah, here I go. I just said it. Just trying to address some of what people's concerns are, the energy that's going on. We are in these great times of change. We're in the Great Awakening. Look it up if you're not familiar with those terms, but we're in an evolution, and it is time for the old, anything that doesn't work, hasn't worked, to fall away. Anything that is dark, that is shadow related, that is controlling, that is not for the highest and greatest good for humanity, that doesn't resonate in your heart, or that is not pure of heart, period. It's time for that to fall away, because we're literally raising in vibration, and all that is a lower vibration. Everything is energy. If you want to figure out what the heck, is going on, and how do we heal this, rise above it, or whatever, the terms are, you have to first understand that everything is energy. So that includes thoughts, emotions. And so when we have outer stimulus, outer influences telling us one thing, and it sounds fearful, and, gives you anxiety, because it's, what is anxiety? That's just your body protecting you, telling you at that moment, uh-oh, this thing is not good, it's not positive. It's a warning that at that moment you're facing in the wrong direction and you need to take a breath. Sometimes when we're nervous, what do? We're like, we hold our breath. Understand that your breath carries your life force energy. It's not just oxygen that you desperately need to make everything function in your body. Without the oxygen, like when you wear a mask, you're literally shortening your lifespan, and that's just something you have to understand. They've already said it doesn't protect anything, so why are you still wearing a mask, for those of you who are? Literally, the oxygen is so needed, and it needs to carries, well, it's your life force energy. It's prana, chi. It's everything that is your soul and why you're here. It's time to be you. Take a few deep breaths and allow all of you, as much as you can. Your higher self, they say, is that all-knowing part of you. So I think our little lesson now, or challenge, is to kind of unite those and bring all of you together. No more separation stuff. That was something that was kind of forced on humanity a long, long time ago, and we just got so used to it. It's what our parents knew, our grandparents, and so forth and so on. And every generation, we just somewhat repeat the same thing. We're stuck in this cycle, or matrix, as it is known, of negativity. And so what is this matrix? It is illusion. It is false. And, so anything that's a paradigm or gives you the feelings of fear, guilt, shame, blame, all of that, those are all control mechanisms, because your true nature is love, is peace, it's joy, and it's the serving of the highest. And so, what do you do then? It's kind of a choice. It comes down to that choice again. We're in a free will universe. And if we don't make the choices that are for our highest and greatest good, then it actually literally affects everyone around us. And you know what? We're not doing anybody any good. We're not doing us any good. if we choose something out of fear, if we continue to believe in the old programming of lack, limitation, it's not true. You're a limitless being. You were just believed, trained, hypnotized by television and education. It led you down a path of separation. But it's time to breathe deep. And so, let this be a little heads up, but there's a lot of good guys working behind the scenes, still protecting, and really especially protecting our freedom now. We are in such an evolution where there's such duality. There's some controlling organizations, and then there's we the people who are slowly waking up to this, but we're about to hear the truth. Events are going to go down. All kinds of stuff is going to happen. It's going to rattle your world. And then once the new satellites take over, any of the, media that's still pushing that fear thing, we'll hear the truth. And some of it's going to rock your world, but truth is power, and it creates awareness, and it gives you that awesome starting point. Okay, all my life, I've always said, who am I? Why am I here? This doesn't feel right. Why are these people like that, Again, you're taught to look outside yourself. And so frustrated, more separation and more divide created by different organizations and people, just to keep us fighting, arguing, warring. But we know if we check back in history, when has war ever worked? It doesn't. That's more separation. So, today's the Memorial Day weekend. So I want to honor also those who are still fighting to this day, and you'll hear about it real soon if you haven't already. But, how do we help them? I'm going to honor them by especially those who are living and doing it now, and also, of course, honoring those who unfortunately have sacrificed their lives. But I'm going to send them love bombs. I'm going to love them. If negativity creates more negativity and positivity like love, freedom, peace, serenity, all these high vibration energies are really the creative force behind change, behind magnetizing to the world more of that. Not more of fear. That's been all over the planet. They've been doing that for a long time. But we're all waking up. Millions of us are already there, and we're here to help those that are kind of on the fence, confused. It's time for us to hold the light, to do our own inner work, be that beautiful being of love and light. Create the pillar. If you don't feel safe, use your God-given power. You were born as a spiritual, energetic being to hold the light down, to create peace on earth. So what are you creating? Fear? More fear because you feel fearful? Or are you creating peace? And even though you may be feeling a lot of stuff right now, coming up, it's good because the whole planet is evolving. Everyone is feeling it. It's not just the outer influences, but inside, the old shadow stuff, the fear stuff, that's trying to come out too and be released. So don't squish it down. Do what you need to. I'm sure your higher self, God, spirit, whatever, has been giving you messages, little signals, signs. Go outside more. Breathe deeply. When's the last time you took a big, full breath? Got out of your head and went back into your heart. This is the heart, mind. This is the brain, and scientists are already finding this has more neurotransmitters than up here. This is your file cabinet of memories. And there's more going on, of course, and we need it all, but your truth, your power is in here. So use it. Step into your God-goddesshood. That's who you are. That's what you volunteered to do, to come back here on this planet and just rock it. Be who you are. And how do you do that? Breathe deeply. I'm going to keep going back to that. Meditate. Get into your peace. You'll hear all kinds of beautiful answers. You will be able to release any heaviness, any fear, you know, even begin to heal those old traumas. Let it go. Stop living in the past. Take the things you learned, the gifts, the messages, and just love yourself. You're still here. You're still a soldier of light. Let's do this. You know, let's create more love. Let's create more light. Let's anchor it in for those who cannot, who just aren't ready. But love them too. You know, let their higher self take care of it. They have their own life path. So, anyway, I should probably stop, but just think about it, especially this Memorial weekend. You know, let's give gratitude. Let's send love, even to the souls who've already crossed, because they've moved forward and probably are still helping us just from the other side. So let's just say thank you to them, because they're amazing. And for any who, for whatever reason, may not have crossed over, let's bring down a beautiful pillar of light. And let's invite them to come forward and look up into that pillar and see who's reaching for them. It's time to come home. It's time to just, let's be one again, right? We've got a beautiful mission. We're all ascending, awakening, and creating that beautiful new earth. We all have a part in it. So feel it, do it, rock it, just by being you. All right? So thank you to everyone. Thank you to you for being you. I honor you today as well. So be bold. You have nothing to fear but fear itself. And as Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. Because the truth is love. The truth is light. Love you. See you soon.